you need access to electricity, you need access to natural gas, you need access to water and water treatment. So it's all in one spot, and it saved us a lot of initial capex. So we can basically get up and running, within about 12 months, as opposed to having to go through years and years of work of building a facility.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is John Passalacqua. He is the CEO of First Phosphate. And John, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
So big news out from the company talking about securing a facility now in Saguenay, Quebec. So let's take a step back. Tell everyone a little bit about what this facility would be used for.
Yeah, so this facility is an existing facility. It's about 305,000 square feet. We're going to be starting off in the first third of it, and it'll be used for making iron phosphate. Iron phosphate is a precursor for making LFP cathode active material. That's the powder that goes into LFP batteries. And iron phosphate is a precursor to make LFP powder. It's iron plus phosphate.
Okay. Tell me about this building. Obviously, it's got size, but what are some of the reasons why you really thought this was the place to go?
Yeah, we really thought it was a place to go because it's very close to where our eventual mining facilities will be. They're only at about 70 kilometers from here. So it'll make for perfect backwards integration once the mine is up and running. The facility is excellent. It was built several years ago. It's got rail to the facility. It's got natural gas. It's got water. It's got water treatment, full scale electricity. And it's also got very good trucking lanes, very good access to the port of Saguenay, only 5 kilometers away, and we're less than 5 kilometers away as well from base Bagotville, the NATO base.
Yeah, and why is that important, John, to have those outlets between rail, port, and also air?
Yeah, so I mean, rail is important because that's where products come in and out. Obviously, phosphoric acid and iron would be coming in, and out would be going the iron phosphate destined for customers across North America. It's important to have air facilities because, for staff getting in and out of the facility, we're basically 5 minutes away from the airport. We're also protected from NATO base Bagotville, which is, an international North American air base. That's very important for investors. We're right in the middle of the aluminum battery valley in a very industrial area together with Rio Tinto's facilities here for aluminum. So it really positions us in a very strong industrial area. And obviously, you need access to electricity, you need access to natural gas, you need access to water and water treatment. So it's all in one spot, and it saved us a lot of initial capex. So we can basically get up and running, within about 12 months, as opposed to, having to go through years and years of work of building a facility. And that's where we see a lot of these projects have failed. They just have not even been able to build their facilities. So now we get to focus capex on really what matters, and that's, building out the internal guts of the facility to be able to produce.
And so now that's security. You've got a lot of other things secured as well that we've talked about in the past year and a half now, John. What should people be focusing on for this fall? What are sort of the things that you would be working on?
Yeah, so it's very important. Right now, we've got the facility going pretty soon. We've got the lease, and we're starting on the feasibility study, and then the financing should be coming as well fairly shortly. And so they should be focusing on the time that it'll take us to get the facility actually up and running, get the production started, and get the offtakes out to our clients, which are many already in the United States, Canada, and perhaps across the world. And also within a few weeks here, as we've telegraphed to the markets, our 43-101 mineral resource estimate is coming out on the mine, and also the PEA, and that will be for the mine that eventually is going to integrate into this facility. So we're jumping forward here to the third transformation, which is making the iron phosphate as our mine is being built out, our mine process is being built out.
And John, you should also talk a little bit about the government of Quebec, and they really are behind this particular project, and especially in this particular area, lots of things, positive jobs and things like that.
Yeah, so as you know, the Quebec government's been very, very focused on the Bécancour Battery Valley near Trois-Rivières. That land is almost full, so you can assume that the focus is now shifting to a new area, to a second battery valley, and that's in Port Saguenay, Quebec, where the government recently made an announcement earlier this year on, I think, over $100 million of investment there in port infrastructure. It's also a federal port. So, our facility is going to be very close to the Port of Saguenay, and eventually we hope to set up our future installations at Port Saguenay. So this is a really big moment for Quebec government and for Canadian government, and that's why representatives of both governments are present. It's because, it shows that now, there's impetus to start the second Battery Valley of Quebec, which is obviously going to be centered around LFP. and it's going to be in Quebec, in Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean, Quebec, where the richest phosphate reserves in North America of igneous rock can be found. So this is quite an exciting moment, and it's basically the start of the LFP battery valley in North America here in Quebec. So big moment, also for the province and for the country and for North America, I believe.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. John, thank you so much. Good to see you again, and we'll talk soon, all right?
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. Have a good day.
All right, John Passalacqua, the CEO of First Phosphate.